Hey everybody, Adam Savage here in my cave with a show and tell of something I received only this morning, which is uncommonly fast. However, this is so cool. We were like, we got to just shoot a show and tell, and we happen to be here with the camera, so here we are. This morning, Nathan Fan came by. Nathan Fan is a magician that we met last year on a princess cruise. He is a magician. He has performed on cruise ships. He's been on Fool Us. We will include a link to his various things in the description. And Nathan, so we had planned to meet up. He was in San Francisco. He came by the cave, and that was lovely. And he brought a couple of friends of his. And his friends are named Jace and Vic. Jason and Vic. They are Jace and Vic on Instagram. They are hardlyhumaneffects.com. And Jason was holding on to this envelope, and I was thinking to myself, that looks kind of special. Like, that looks really cool. And I could kind of tell that it was scenic, but like, not many people go this far for their scenic work. Even down to some like damaged tape. I really appreciate this attention to detail. And we were chatting, and very quickly, Jace and Vic said, we've brought you a gift. And reader, they brought me this. Now, I'll be straight up with you. They didn't have to give this a function or make it work. I would have shot this show and tell based on the aesthetics of this alone. Like, holy cow. Every little bit of this is handmade, hand-designed. It's even got a beautiful etched warning label. Elemental position global radiography may cause disorientation or spontaneous burns, only to be operated by authorized Savage Industries personnel. Dude. You know the way to my heart. I said I would have done this show and tell even if this did not function or do anything, but boy, does it function and do stuff. This is called the RadioScout. I'm going to turn it on. So here's apparently... This is an analog GPS locator. So apparently, you put in your GPS coordinates and your latitude and your longitude, and you do it using this phone. And when you do put in the coordinates, look at that. Also, these are not Nixie tubes. No. They have gone and programmed LED segment displays to flicker like Nixie tubes. If you don't know what a Nixie tube is, just go Google it right now and come on back. Nixie tubes are the coolest things. They were early Russian technology. I don't know if they're exclusively Russian, but people have done some incredible DIY projects with Nixie tubes, including a Nixie tube wristwatch. But again, they did not use Nixie tubes. They used regular segment displays. I don't know exactly. So I haven't read the instruction manual yet, but apparently what you do is you enter in GPS coordinates of where you want to go, and then this arrow, once you have it set, will tell you which direction to walk in to get to those coordinates. That's really cool. And this is a mode switch for the scale. So at the top is a 50-mile radius, 25 mile, 10 mile, 5 mile, and 1 mile. So you can increase the resolution of your wayfinding because, you know, the difference between it's that way 25 miles from here and that way 1 mile from here is significant. But like, there just needs to be more things like this in the world. And in fact, you can buy your own RadioScout at hardlyhumaneffects.com. This is just masterfully done. It is really beautiful. The brass work is gorgeously designed. This is lovingly inspired by, honestly, I think from many of the same places I get a lot of my inspiration, rooting around through telegraph boxes in my grandmother's attic when I was 8 or 9, going to garage sale in my going to garage sales in my early teens and finding some of the earliest aesthetic parts I wanted to play with. And then obviously I have switches and like vintage hardware everywhere because I love putting it into my creations, and clearly these guys do too. You can even wear this on your belt, and there's a silent mode. And it's got this belt. Listen, everything about this is just chef's kiss. So, a red letter day to have received this here into our collection at the cave. I gave one suggestion when he had it, which is that he almost built an Earth path indicator, because the Mercury astronauts, when the first Mercury capsules went up with a device in their dashboard that was a physical little 3-inch globe that turned to show them where on the Earth's surface they were flying above. I've always wanted one of this, and this is really close to that, right? This is, dude, beautiful, beautiful work. I'm proud to have this in our collection. And also, the instruction manual, everything about this has been really carefully thought through. The instruction manual looks ancient. There's coffee stains, tape stains. Dude, I've got folders full of like rotting Papernalia inspiration images, and I feel like these guys have the same kind of folder. Amazing. Plus, they inaugurated me into the authorized RadioScout operator. Here's something I'll say about this pin. It's not just etched in brass. No. It's then blacked and scenic and then worn away. Like every last thing has been thought through as having a narrative of its history. Even the back of this seems to be on burnt wood. God bless them. And I can remove this pin and I can wear it. And now I'm a proud RadioScout operator. And you can be too. Thanks you guys for joining me for this beautiful show and tell. An aesthetic, a magnificent, magnificent aesthetic excursion. Thank you. Thank you guys. Hardly Human Effects. Jace and Vic, I really appreciate it. Nathan, I'll see you soon. And everybody else, I'll see you next time. Adam out.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I wanted to remind you about some classic merch we still have available at adamsavage.com, specifically these beautiful pouches. I use these like sidecars for everything I do. I've got them in different categories and different colors, and if you want to know what's inside them, we also sell patches that label them, like for cables or pencils, or if you just want to represent the Savage logo. We also make these in 2 different sizes, small and large, for whatever needs you have. They're available right now at adamsavage.com.